Sup Shredders, this is Future Logan, aka Future Spiderhands from the future. I'm recording this after I did this live stream over here. It's the 4th Jay Chou album, Yeh Hui Mei, or something like that. I think that's the name of the album. Album number 4. It's a very long review. And we did this as a live stream, as I promised to do the 4th album review as a live stream. And it was one of the most fun times I've had on my time as both a music reviewer and as a YouTuber. So first of all, before we go any further, thank you to everyone who came along to the live stream and checked it out and had a great time. I also want to thank you watching this for checking out this video. I won't hold you too long before we get into the festivities of the event. I wasn't able to get rid of too much filler in this. The original live stream was over 2 hours 14 or something, and I got this down to an hour 50. And I feel that's just because there's a lot of considerable content in there. I really went in depth with this one. It's one of the best reviews I've done. I just want to say, if you appreciate the work I've done on this, please do like this video and subscribe to my channel so that I know that you appreciate it. As I'm keen to do more of these in future, and I need the feedback to know if I'm headed in the right direction with this stuff. Although considering the original review, the live stream itself, that the original one has like over 5,000. It has over 6,000 views actually. I think it's got like 6,500 or something at this point, which is just wild for me. It's wild. Anyway, so enough about me. We're gonna go get in the video now. We're gonna go look at the review of Jay Chou's 4th album for the 4K subscriber special. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks again. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Oh, and while I'm here, there is a David Tao album review that we're doing on the 30th of April. Check the YouTube channel, the live stream schedule. It should be the first one on the list if it's not at the moment. I'm sure it is. But yeah, come to the David Tao one too if you're keen. Okay, see you soon. Have a great time. Yo. Sup Shredders. How you doing? Just making sure I got everything here. Sup Shredders, welcome to this live stream of Jay Chou's 4th album, which was titled Yeh Hui Mei. Yeh Hui Mei. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. I really hope I'm not mispronouncing that. We're ready to go. We're going to be listening through the entirety of this album today in this live stream. Jacob sent me through some translations for the lyrics just in case I ended up picking a translation that was not that good. As this is a 4K subscriber special, it's a special video. It's a bit longer than usual. If you have any questions about the reviews or anything like that, feel free to ask. I'll be focusing on each track one at a time, starting with, what was the first track here? In the Name of the Father. We're going to be listening through In the Name of the Father. And yeah, this again, thank you very much for your support. Having 4K subscribers on the channel is absolutely ridiculous. I can't fathom it. Hopefully you guys enjoy your time with this. Let's get started from start to finish. Here we think. Let's go.
Ave Maria, grazie ricevuta per la mia famiglia. Un risentito e un amorevole divino.
It's interesting to have the strings start this. Is this more of an orchestral outing for Jay Chou at this point in time with this first song? I'm not sure. It is Italian, yeah. It's a prayer, isn't it? He's speaking a prayer in the name of the Father. Have we had this kind of angle from Jay Chou before? Because I think this is a new one, and I kind of dig that. I'll just turn the camera off. I don't know if that's foreshadowing for the rest of the album, but we'll find out. Oh, what? Okay. It's nice to have this hip-hop beat, but this I don't even know how to describe that. What do you call that? Oh, a nice Moogish synth there. It does have that the kind of the Italian mafioso kind of vibe to it, doesn't it? It sounds like we're getting into something quite sad. It's nice how we have the guitar supporting the synth parts as well. I really appreciate that. I think that it works. It's the best possible combination of elements to have those more acoustic analog elements combined with the more sort of like fun sounding synths. Oh. It was a nice hook. The guy, Jay Chou's voice still sounds super soft. It's got a nice phrasing to it. Sounds really present in the mix, you know. And amongst these guitar parts and the drums and everything like that, that typical professional production going on with this Jay Chou track. I think having the prayer at the start of the album was a really interesting angle, one that I didn't expect. And I think that it's a great way to start a session, you know? It's nice to have these stereo parts of the vocals on the sides. I really appreciate the attention to detail. Jay Chou mostly has his vocals in the center, but just at the end of the tail end of that first verse, you know, or the first half of the first verse, he swings it around. I'm seeing people say the sound of an opera singer. It's great. I think that that's a really smart move to have that opera singer there. It speaks of a sadness. It also has a sort of a spiritual element to it that I wasn't expecting. I dig it. I just before we go into the next part, I'll be honest with you. I have to appreciate what's going on here with that vocal production. Again, it's like a step up from what we've had previously because there's constant change. More so, there's not just this expectation that the listener will just be okay with having the same vocals in the center of the mix. There's this lovely synth melody going on with these vocals that are more percussive, and it's such a smooth ride through this track. It's so cool. Okay, we're going in parts. Okay, and we have this range here where he's going up into his head voice, his falsetto. The rest of the instrumentation is similar, but Jay is aware that he needs to keep it sounding fresh. So he's pushing into that higher range and then sort of contrasting it with some rap sections on the other half. I think it's really smart. I'm enjoying it. Excellent. I'm seeing someone saying, can we turn it up? It'd be like 12, wouldn't it? We'll turn it up a little bit. All right? We'll turn it up a little bit just because it's a special video. I have got the audio again recording. So if there is an issue with the leveling or something like that, it's fine. So it'll be a little bit louder. A little bit louder. Sorry, I don't mean to pause it at the best time. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, we have gunshots. I think I saw someone point out that he was doing the Godfather pose, and I think that's really cool. I think it matches well with this opera singer singing this really sad tale for someone, and then he just dies, man. They just died. They got shot. They ain't coming back. It's brutal. There's such tonal and emotional range within this song. I have a feeling that this could potentially be one of my favorite Jay Chou albums, if not the favorite, but we will find out. Okay, and we've got a real emphasis on the sides here, and it does sound really present in the mix. This has kept me entertained the whole way through. You've got these, I think you've got this main musical motif, again, with the synth and the opera singer parts that come in intermittently, with the guitar and the bass and the drums and everything, and that's catchy enough. To be able to make that last this well for 5.5 minutes is a feat within itself, and that's something to appreciate and respect. By the way, I've just seen, I remember Spiderhand commenting on the song. I do remember reviewing this song at some point. I have reviewed this track before, but I'm always happy to listen to it again, you know? Damn, dude. Okay, and we're back into it. It's fresh as hell, dude. He's really putting everything into this album, isn't he? I remember someone saying that, like, he got told after his third album that people felt like he was being safe. It could be, you know, and he was like, no, we're gonna change it up with this one. We're gonna go a little bit darker with it. It does sound that way, man. Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh, snap, dude. Wild. Wild, man. That was a crazy way to start this album review, dude. I would never have expected Jay Chou to start an album like this with that mafioso, gunshots, opera singer vibe. It's cool, man. It's cool. I dig this. We got the lyrics. In the name of the Father. Usually I edit a lot of this out, so this is potentially where there's going to be wait times for you guys. That's how the reviews don't go on for like 2.5 hours, but it's okay. We will get through this. It said that Jay's Italian here is not standard at all, and Italians can't understand it. That's interesting. The bullet that penetrates takes the warmness away before men cry, so it kills them before they have the chance to react to it. Each of us is sinful. I can decide who should be right. While who else? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's that kind of narcissism, kind of, I can decide who should be right. I should decide who lives and dies. Debates continue to contribute to no solution, so arguing about it isn't going to change anything. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I get it. I can see Xiao Quan Tang saying the story about his godfather murdered his true father, and he took his revenge after many years. Yeah, I can kind of read that here, man. I can read that here. It's all good. So it is basically a story of revenge. So I suppose that opera singer in that interlude is him getting justice for what occurred. You know, I'm assuming that's potentially the situation there. If not, then that's fine. But yeah, hopefully I haven't misunderstood it. Father in the case refers to the Christian God. I need to watch The Godfather. Spoiler alert, I haven't watched The Godfather before, so I'm probably missing out. Onto these beasts tamed by me. There's really interesting lyrics being showcased here. I know that Jay Chou has worked with other lyricists before. I'd be interested to see who wrote the lyrics for these songs. Hey, trying to find forgiveness for what they've done. I've been wiping our mottled heraldry for a whole night. My goodness, it's so interesting, like an owl on the window lattice overlooking into the distance. That's so cool, man. It's such cool imagery. It evokes these really interesting thoughts. And I fall asleep gradually while daybreak has just come. So I don't know if he found peace after he got his revenge. I don't know if we got peace from that. But it's okay. I think that's a really cool way to start an album. A story of revenge, that mafioso kind of vibe here. I'm glad I got that from the track, you know? Yeah, I think that Jay's rapping is a little bit clearer here. I think that it does come through a bit more clearly for me personally. I think he is improving. The second one's about drugs. Okay, well, that should be interesting. It's Coward, so let's listen to Coward. We'll listen through the last part of first track, though. Here we go. Let's go. Number 2. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt the distorted guitars that we have here. Why? I know people have told me that I was going to love this album, but I'm loving the idea of having these hard rock metal vibes in it, this new metal element to the hip hop and R&B and stuff that we usually have. That boom boom is such a simple melodic intro. And if we listen through a few of the other elements just so we can go straight into the guitar. A really interesting melodic sequencer, like a synth in the background, like a watery ad. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Alright. I wasn't expecting this. Hey. It's going. I love this. I love this song so much. It always makes me sad because like a lot of the songs I'm really into are some of the ones that are the least played. I know that his like ballads are absolute bangers, they're really popular, but you gotta hand it to Jay Chou, like to have this track coming right after the first one. It's scintillating. And it sounds really well mixed. I like the sound of those guitars with the bass and the drums. I'm going to go back a little bit so we can hear the chorus in its entirety. But I just love as well the rapping with with those guitars on the side. It's recorded really well. They've double tracked those guitars. And it's just this kind of grinding rhythm riff. What else do we have, man? What else is he going to throw at us? Wow, okay. 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 Turntablism? Dude, I'm vibing with this track so much. It reminds me of like bands like Linkin Park from the early 2000s. And for Jay to take that leap of faith and to commit to something like this is just sensational. I cannot fathom the risk that may have been perceived by some people that he worked with in releasing a track like this, but I think this is what Jay needed to do differently. I think Jay needed to go into styles of music like this and capitalize off the relative success he had with songs like Dragon Fist and all that kind of stuff. Such great rock vocals. He can pull it off, and not many vocalists within the genres that I've heard from Jay Chou starting can do it, but Jay handles it really well. Nice dynamic range as well. I'm blown away by this. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. What? Sorry, we have child rapping in this amongst these distorted guitar riffs and the synthesizers. And I am getting really into this track. Like, it's making me feel things I didn't know if I was going to feel listening to this next album by Jay Chou, especially since the third album was such a roller coaster, but this is instantly really strong. Oh, that I was not expecting that transition there, but he handled it well. It's an awkward chord progression to go into from that previous one, but Jay Chou is the master of sequencing his arrangements, and it's just, he did well there. He did well. It was a bit spicy. You know, you couldn't have really done much else at that point, I don't think. It's just, I'm vibing with it, dude. So much. You can bet him. I've wanted this from Jay for so long. I've wanted Jay to make an album like this for so long. Fantasy, The Eighth Dimensions, great albums. You know, I had my moments with them where I didn't necessarily agree with everything. But this is just what I wanted from Jay, is to go a little bit harder, a little bit edgier, man. See what happens. And I love it. I'm so stoked, dude. Spiderhands enjoys it a lot, absolutely. Oh. Truth be told, I don't know how he managed to combine all that together at the same time. Turntablism, the distorted guitars, his clean vocals, the child rapping, everything in there is so distinct in the mix as well. And to have managed to stack and sequence them like Jay Chou, it's just mind-blowing. It's next level. He really has taken it to the next level. Like, I think that's like a really good effort for Jay Chou with the vocals. I mean, like, I listen to stuff like, I listen to grindcore, that, you know, I listen to some really wild stuff, and I'm not going to pretend that Jay Chou's voice would suit every type of rock or every type of metal, but I think it definitely suited this one, and I think that it was a gamble for Jay that paid off incredibly well. It's just so refreshing, man. I am so grateful. I'm grateful that you'll, you know, support the channel, because it allows me to be able to do stuff like review an album like this. You know, thank you for letting me be able to do something like this. Crowd around me blocks my escape route. From the half-empty bag in his hand. It's definitely an anti-drug thing, isn't it? From his eyes, I see myself shivering. to not be controlled by soft medicines or drugs. Yeah, the tension and the overall orchestration and the tone of the instruments makes so much sense with the subject matter. You couldn't have done a traditional Jay Chou ballad with subject matter like this. You couldn't have. You needed to approach it like Jay did. I think it was a really smart move. The story matches the music incredibly well. The drama involved in that. Saying no doesn't represent a cowardly man. It doesn't. You can say no. You're not less of a person because you say no to drugs. I'm not going to go on a PSA of drugs are bad, okay, or anything like that, but this is the call and response to become intimate with the deity of death. Do you understand? Do you understand well? I've inhaled too many filthy sweet scents. Too many corrupt scenes. Enlarging this is a clever one. Enlarging the pupil doesn't mean one can see much more. That's a clever line, dude. I think like the childlike stuff is him wanting to go back in time to his childhood before it all occurred. Or like talking to his former self. And like saying, why did we make the decisions that we made, you know? What have we got next? That's a hell of a drug PSA, anti-drug PSA. And I think that Jay Chou handled it maturely, creatively, and overall, it's just an absolute banger, dude. Absolute banger. 2 for 2 as far as I'm concerned. Personally, I think he should stick to mumble rap. I like it when Jay pushes the boundaries. Fine Day, track number 3. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Oh my goodness, I think I've heard this one before. It works really well. Like, is that an acoustic drum kit with the guitar? This is 57 million plays. That's quite a lot of plays, isn't it? This is quite a popular song for Jay Chou, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, I would say that would be an accurate assumption to make. Are we going to the overdriven, distorted guitars now? Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Dude, this is an absolute banger, and the progression of it is so cool. You have that guitar riff, which I can see people saying it encouraged a lot of people to play the guitar. I think it would. That is a sick arpeggiated guitar riff. It sits really well with the other instruments. Even with the vocals coming in there, it just loops really nicely. And it's a little bit sad and a little bit somber. I'm wondering where we're going with the next part though. Okay. You need to get like a candle or something like that and wave it across the screen. It's an app. Damn. Okay, alright. I thought we were going to go into the 1-5-6-4 chord progression, but Jay Chou's better than that. He knows how to keep it original. I can hear why this is popular. It's such smooth listening, especially after the previous song. Oh, it's gorgeous. I would say this is probably one of Jay's best vocal performances. He just sounds a little bit clearer in this one. He just sounds a little bit more sincere in this one. He's got this lovely crispness to the tone of it, and it works so well with the clarity of the other instruments, as well as the kind of the warmth and the fuzziness of those guitar parts. And it's just such a nice combination of elements. It's a lot more uplifting in terms of the root notes and the chord progressions, and you've just got this lovely chord harmonies, vocal harmonies as well. There's so much stuff to appreciate in this song, dude. And the drums are so supportive as well, and they play their own thing, and they got their own groove, but it all comes together with a neat little bow on it. I would have loved to have listened to this live. I would have loved to have heard this song live and to have seen him do it in concert. I think that the way that he's producing his music now, or at least at this point in his career, allows for that band kind of vibe at like a concert or something where you've got that chemistry between the different instrumentalists. That's even more sort of like intense and personable than what we've had previously, and it'd be sensational, dude. Okay, bit of tension. Cool. There's these sub-layers to it as well. There's these little melodies that are going on the left and right side that are very faint, but they just add that little extra bit of high-end coloration that makes the tracks sparkle. Oh no! No, I didn't realize that pressing it would play it twice. Wait, where were we up to? We'll go from here, okay? Sorry, I'm really sorry. I didn't realize that clicking that twice would like start the song again. Gives us time to talk though, doesn't it? Sorry, guys. I'm still learning how Spotify works, okay? I want to talk about that drum fill. I'm really glad that the drummer is allowed to do a fill like that to transition into the next section. I'm so glad. Because like often I listen to tracks from like really popular musicians that aren't like the style of music that Jay Chou does. Often the drummers are kind of like made to kind of chill out a bit and not do as much of that fill work. But I'm glad that the drummer is allowed to be a little bit more sort of experimental and flexible in this one. It is soft rock, I know. And another repeat. Cool. We're coming down? And we're coming down. And a bit of that trademark rapping at the end just to finish it off. Cool. Cool, cool, man. And it just finishes on that guitar. Dude, what a stunning song. Like, it's such a contrast to what we've had previously. But I can totally hear why this is a classic. It just has that sort of shine to it, that little something that I can't really describe, je ne sais quoi. We're going to look through the lyrics, though, okay? We've got the lyrics for Fine Day. I think someone also mentioned this could be Sunny Day. Fine Day or Sunny Day. The small yellow flower from the story was wandering since the day she was born, swinging on a swing in her childhood, playing an opening theme, looking into the sky. That night I skipped school for you. The space of the classroom, why can't I see it? How I want to be rained upon again. Will you wait or will you go away? So is it giving the other person the question, the option in that situation? Falling until I couldn't see you. How much longer can I be beside you again? But unfortunately, the wind kept on. So the person eventually ended up saying goodbye. I get it. So it never really worked out the way they wanted it to in the end. And they ended up alone, separated, because it was just too much keeping them apart. I think that's what my take on that one. To be fair, I think that the song matches the story really well. So Jay Chou is on an absolute fiending mission to impress me with the music that he's putting forward today. From Faye's Chinese Lyrics, thank you to Jacob for this one as well. Year 3 Class 2. So we had a song, and I think that was from school. Jay Chou's experiences back then. Are we going to have a similar vibe to this? I don't know. We will find out. The Ping Pong Song. What? Sorry? We've got like a watch, an alarm clock, and ping pongs. Oh? Oh. Okay. Alright. Yeah, and I want to address something really quickly. The sounds in the songs, they're not from the music videos. It's just Jay Chou put these bits of sound and Foley into the music. It's all good. I understand it. I understand what you're saying there. I kind of miss the sound of the ping pong balls, though, to be honest. Oh, nice panning there. So I'm wondering what the ping pong song is about, because I'm hearing this rapping in between them, the stuff I'm more familiar with from Jay. It's interesting, because we took such massive risks with these first two, and I do like the creativity with the ping pong song, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Oh? Cool in response there with the rapping and the clean vocals. We've got like a harp or something on top as well. It's nice layering from Jay. It's cool how they managed to find spaces for notes and textures that I don't know how they figure it out, to be honest. Did you hear that little bit? I can't do it justice. But there's these fun sounds that we're hearing. And I enjoy the fact that Jay Chou is, again, is that a woodwind or something like that? It was a lovely ascending melody, though. What is this part, though? Ah. Oh, I get it. No, I think you guys have mentioned that anyways, but like they're using the drums as ping pong players instead of using drums like G Michael. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's cool that we're doing that. We've got that flow with it, with the ping pong being the drums. It's actually like incredibly creative. I would never have thought to do like ping pongs as drums, but it's just enough, isn't it? I mean, we've also got the kick and the electric kit going on there, but it's a nice additional percussive element there that I think is just... Oh, back to vocals? Cool. Okay, there's a noticeable change in the loudness with this hook here, which I think makes a lot of sense. You can tell it's a hook. It's nice to have the strings crescendoing a little bit, or at least bringing up a transition into that main chorus section. That's not an easy thing to do, to be able to orchestrate those ping pong sounds and structure them in the sequences that are being done here. You not only got the bass sound there, which is different and sort of unique, but you've also got this extra little bit of, what if we just throw 16th triplets in there? What if we just throw 32nd notes in there and have some spaces sometime? It's almost like having a drum solo, but with ping pong balls. Boom. And we're bringing it with that. We've got that string. The string repeating or voicing the original vocal melody that we had there. A nice continuation of that melodic theme. It's the small things, you know? It's the small things. Go. Yeah, I'll give him a like for that. I think that, like, for the creativity shown with those ping pong balls alone, in addition to the way he managed to get everything else in there, you couldn't, I don't think I would have liked it if there wasn't that ping pong theme to it. So mad respect for that. For year 3 or grade 3 class 2. Thanks again for the help from Jacob with these lyrics. Let's go. What are the lyrics for this track here? I mean, I don't really have much else to say about the song that I didn't already say when I was listening through it. I feel like, again, with most of these songs from Jay Chou, you have the rapping and the vocals separate, and then you kind of layer them into the chorus for a bigger sound. I still feel like this is more... It's actually... It's inspiring what Jay Chou has tried to do with this album. It's a massive step forward to him in the right direction. My face, which concentrates on playing ball, also observes the blackboard quite well. Oh no, but he only absorbs the classroom sunlight, so he's really struggling. Why does everything beautiful have to be in the class next door? Why do girls not like fatness? Did he struggle in school with his body image or something like that? Backhand short serve and ruthlessly spiking is high-class ping pong. I see the allegory we're going for there. I see that comparison. Bashing yourself through your schoolways between the walls, just trying to make your way through. I get it. I get it. It's a fun comparison there. I vibe with that. It's cool. The champion needs to be how strong. Don't need to ask. There must be people who challenge you. It's not okay to take the award. I'll be my own referee. You can never win. I can never do that. You can never win. Never win. Oh no. Birds hover in the air through the narrow harbor. Carefully think about this kind of unruffled life. It's not funny. It's not funny. So I do think that we're looking back at school and comparing it to where we are now and trying to come to terms with what occurred there and like how your life actually is outside of the dramas of school and everything like that. I do think we have regrets about the past, but I also feel as though Jay is in a position where he's how do I say this? Just trying to kind of find peace with it regardless. You know, he doesn't want life to be too horrific for him. I appreciate that. I have a lot of respect for what we're trying to accomplish there. Well, we've got, and I think that basically at the moment it's 4 for 4. We've got East Wind Breaks here. East Wind Breaks. I'm hoping that we're in luck for this one, that this translation is good. We're going to listen through this track now. Let's go. Doing well, guys. Nearly at the halfway point. It's nice to start with a piano. We haven't had much piano so far, have we? Oh, that was a cool chord change. Hey. That was a fun change. The second half of the verse were the chord progressions and the 7th chords were unexpected. I wasn't sure what we were going for there, but Jay managed to turn it around really nicely. Okay, repeating that change there. His voice is very gentle in this one. I'm liking the brightness of the harps and the simplicity of the guitar lines. We've got an 8th note groove in here that carries throughout and it's nice and peaceful and it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable, oh. Oh, okay. Double-tracked vocals, good. Ah, a gushing. Thank you. I would like to have one of those, eh? I'd like to play one of those instruments. Cool. I think we understand the track a little bit better now. The Chinese lute is a peeper. Thank you. I didn't realize. I didn't know about the gushing and the peeper. I know about the gushing, but I didn't know about the peeper. So thank you very much for that, Burke. I appreciate it. It's cool. Cool, man. got that ba-da-da-da-da-boom. You got a kind of melody at the end, which I hear. It's a nice musical concept. It's very friendly when it finishes, and you can just go back to the root note after that. And what a lovely change in texture for that instrument as well. Spectacular solo section, riffing off some of the vocal melodies we've had so far. Erhu. It's an erhu. Thank you. So we've got a peeper, which is like a lute. We've got a gushing, and then we've got an erhu. Erhu? Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing that too badly. He's got a bit of vibrato now. Jay has got a bit of vibrato now, I think, than he's had previously. His vocal technique has improved. It sounds like he's having to put less effort into it in terms of the actual production of the notes. You know what I mean? I'm really happy for Jay that he's coming into his own as a singer. I'm really happy for that, you know? To be clear, I think that he was always a great singer, but he sounds a lot more comfortable now. Nice arpeggio on the right side there with this. Oh? Okay. Oh, okay. Ah, Chinese violin. Thank you. It's kind of hypnotic. The ba 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 ba. You know that you can follow that rhythm so smoothly. Your brain just turns off and you're just vibing to it, man. This has got so much range in this album, hasn't it? Key change. Okay, I'm happy with the key change here. We've had enough fun stuff within this song to justify a key change. And we haven't had that yet. I'm really proud of Jay Chou for having the restraint there to not just throw that key change in earlier. Good move. Good move. Okay. Alright. Like, again, we're layering different instrument parts together over these different repetitions of the hook, so I don't mind it too much. I think this is the right way to do it. I think it's the right way to do it. I like people telling me about the Chinese pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale is the OG scale, man. It's so helpful. Whenever I teach students how to do improvisation on their instruments, I try and get them to do the pentatonic scales, either for the major or the minor, because it helps you to avoid any sort of clashy notes within the triads. I'm glad you guys are having fun. It's nice to see you guys chatting, you know, I appreciate it. Good stuff, Shredders. Good stuff. What a classy outro with the piano and that Chinese violin. What a classy way to end it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's 5 for 5. People were mentioning in the chat that this is a difficult song to translate. So we're gonna try it anyways. East wind breaks. Oh yeah, this could be difficult. A lamp of separation lament. Loneliness stands still at the door. This kind of gives me a red bean kind of vibe, to be honest, when I didn't know what the red bean meant. Do you remember that? That was a Spiderhands moment. I'm not sure what this one means. Like I'm behind the door pretending that you're not left yet. Half-conscious candle in the night. Can't bear to criticize me severely. The water flows towards the east. How to steal time? Who was using the lute to play the song? It's tricky because it's a translation, but it's also a poem, right? It's also a poem. So it's going to be a little bit more tricky for me, but that's okay. It was nice to have the sound of the piano as spooky come in when the piano was coming in. I think that's a smart. I think that's a smart choice there. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tricky. I mean, the half-conscious candle in the night can't bear to criticize me severely. Yeah, it's tricky for me. I do enjoy it though. My take of that before we go into the next track. It's like nostalgic for an earlier time. You've got people wanting serenity, being led towards a place of separation. You've got like nostalgia for like the maple leaves and how they turn and everything like that, and the change of the seasons. It's about change and appreciating where you came from. That is my best guess. Like a Shakespeare poem. I would agree with that, W. I think that's fine. That's that's fine. I'll go take Jacob's ones just because I'm kind of phobic about this one, hey? What was the one that Jacob gave me for this one? Yeah, we'll go with this one, okay? You can hear me. You can hear it. There we go. You can hear it. Oh man, what a shift. That bass run and coming into it. Oh. Is there like water or something like that, or something sort of shimmering on the left side? Also, before I go further, I do want to comment on the fact people were saying in the chat that this is a great combination of traditional Chinese instruments and R&B. I absolutely agree. I think that was a really great way to introduce some instruments that people might not be so familiar with. Like I'm not familiar with a lot of those instruments, but Jay managed to use each of those in a way that was really meaningful and showed off their best attributes. And I think that was a fantastic decision by Jay Chou to combine again those different instruments with the stuff he's more used to, and to do it in that style of poetry as well was just absolutely splendid. Fantastic work, really smart. Oh, we're going to change? Again, we have these distinct sections. Jay Chou is not wanting to sit on one idea. He goes between. I'm sorry. That sounds like a calypso kind of thing, or like a bop, 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 bop. Kind of like reminds me of the undersea. The instrument from Under the Sea, the song from The Little Mermaid. Bop, bop, bop. I like it. It's fun, dude. It's a very interesting choice there. That drop there, man. Boom. There's space. When you're not sure how to transition into a next place, just go for that, man. Just go for that. Boom. It's good. It's good. I'll keep an eye out for 210. I'll keep an eye out. Or an ear out. Hey, it does sound like it was repeated. It does sound like it was reversed. Is Jay Chou just messing with people, or is that a stylistic decision? How did he do that? Only you can hear it, just like the title. Oh, that is so clever. Well done, guys. Well done. Thank you for letting me know about that. I appreciate that. It did sound interesting, kind of unusual, you know? Like, to be honest with you, like, I don't swing that way, but if I did swing that way, the way that Jay Chou looks at the moment, he is an incredibly attractive individual. You know, like, it's just facts. A guy could do modeling if he wanted to, you know? He's an absolutely beautiful individual, and I love the kind of edginess with the fringe and everything like that. I think it's a great look. Works really well. That little buzz roll on the drums before the drop then was a little bit of extra change we had there that made that second part special, dude. It's cool, man. It's cool. I mean, like, I'll be honest, we do have some massive changes in the tonality of this album. Like, if you show me this and show me that album art, I'd be like, are they in the same album? But I dig it. I vibe with it. It's cool. It's cool. Those chord progression changes there on the piano with those extended harmonies that went up a little bit, it was a nice major shift there. That sounded really pretty. It reminds me a lot of stuff in like K-pop, a lot of the K-pop and modern chord progressions they have and that sort of stuff. Oh, incredible, dude. Incredible. And it just finishes on that, and the song does not resolve. He doesn't go back to the root note of the chord. It's just, great choice there. Great choice to just leave it hanging like that with, what was the name of the track again? I just need to just confirm this. You Can Hear It. Again, shout out to Jacob Good for his help with the translations for today. I'm very thankful that I kept you as a backup, that I kept that open. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's good to have that. We got the lyrics though for this track, which is more of a traditional Jay Chou ballad, to be fair. But I think it works very, very, very well. And especially after what we've had previously, it's very refreshing, you know? Oh, he planned to add another song, but the company decided to take them away for other singers, so he instantly wrote this song. Good work, Jay. Don't you get anyone to tell you what to do. A secret is lying in my lap, only you can hear it. That's kinda weird. How I want to hide your goodness so that only I can see it. So we don't want to share that goodness with the world. Facing the wind saying that I don't want to be pushed around. So like we're saying, nope, this gentleness, I love this gentleness and no one's going to force me back. The sky used to hate to rain until it heard someone say they love me. Damn, dude. Oh, why did we on that day in the second floor of the movie theater smile quietly for so long? Oh no, I think, you know, I can't be too dependent, afraid that you will spoil me. So they don't want to become too codependent in the relationship. But there's this attraction there and Jay Chou can't let go of that person. It's fantastic. Like I love, again, it's his wheelhouse. Jay Chou has made a name for himself partly because of that kind of music. I'll give him one there. But it was a close one. I want to hear some really edgy stuff, man. I want to hear some more distorted guitar, please. I want to hear some distorted guitar, Jay. You've been teasing me with the distorted guitar. Same tone. Same tone. What is same tone? What is this? Like, how is this in any way connected to the previous track? I love the complete tonal diversity and versatility we have on display here. Oh? Oh, it's very different. I'm gonna give it a heart because of that. And for Jay Chou to have the balls to like keep it hanging on just an instrumental part for like 35 seconds in a sub 4-minute song is just like, I gotta show some love for that, you know? That drum beat is bussin', dude. It smacks. It slaps. And his vocals, his rapping sounds so good over top of it. Oh? Okay. Woo! Okay. Wow, okay. You got the bump, 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 bump. There's this tension there. And the layer on the bottom is fun and unexpected and tonally different. Vibing with it, man. Whew. Oh, and the build. The increase in the loudness. This is a palette cleanser from what we had previously. Again, while I appreciate Jay Chou's ability to write and sing and create impressive ballads and songs like what we had with, yeah, you can hear it. I love it when he takes risks. I love it to pieces, dude. So much fun. So much fun. Oh, buddy. I'm very, 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 very happy. What is this? Like, who could have expected Jay to make this kind of stuff, man? Hey, 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 hey. Jay, you bring back that electric guitar. I heard that electric guitar. Where did it go? What? What? What's going? We're going for that, we're dancing now? What? I don't know what to make of this. Was that like Jay Chou? Where has Jay Chou been since like the very first album with that like song where there's the animals and the wizards and stuff like that? This is the kind of avant-garde stuff I need more of from Jay Chou, where he's like, you know what? I know what I'm good at and I want to make changes. Wow. Tap dancing, dude. You're right, it is tango. Excuse my ignorance there. And I mean it genuinely. I don't know enough about dance music, like the music for different dances. So I appreciate the help. It's really good. I love how subtle those extra strings are. The wow wow kind of gives this kind of arabesque kind of music tone to it, and it seems it's very exotic sounding, you know. Oh no, no, the drums went away. He brought electric guitar in before, and then he took the electric guitar away, and it makes me very grumpy because I want to hear more guitar in this. I love his distorted guitar songs, dude. Oh man, what a song. What a banger, dude. The whole body was carved in pure white like plaster. Wow, okay. So I can see this is like I sat in a guest room. So are we literally talking about sculpture here? We all have brains in common, a kind of indulgence. Took away the guitar on purpose. He should have brought the guitar back. I want there to be more guitar in this stuff. Thank you. More guitar, please. More guitar. The framed castle was very European. We are at a distance from the joys and smiles. Covenants. It's a Pepsi ad song. 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 Pepsi were like, Jay Chou, I need you to make the most kind of batshit crazy and awesome song you've made. Something completely different than what you're used to, and I want you to take all of the risks. And Jay Chou was like, yes, let's do that, Pepsi. I think that it was a smart move, dude. What a banger, dude. An absolute smash hit, dude. Quick Crazy. My brother. Moralistic. Be your own master in all things. There is a special bell signal. Bell signal. What do we got? Drink only cold drinks. Seldom laugh to eat whole wheat noodles. The ribbon on the floor was swinging and shining, but it can't if there's no wind. I'm assuming this is about people that maybe think too much of themselves, and you know they've become. There's a distance between them because of that. You know, they're maybe thinking about their own sort of abilities to sort of fathom and be able to predict things, and eventually, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of I don't know what Pepsi. I'm blown away by this. Only listen to the music channel. First for a sign in the corner of the sky. I think it is about rivals. I think it talks about a distance between people, being able to agree or not to agree on stuff. I gave it my best shot. I'm going to go with it's about rivals. Chat has the floor. Chat has the floor. We are on to her eyelashes now. Her eyelashes. Let's go. Boom. Oh, here we go. He brought back the guitar. That's all I wanted, man. I am so happy that Jay has come back to this. I was so worried that we weren't going to come back to the guitars and the acoustic drum kits and Jay singing rock music. We have come back to it. I think this is probably one of my favorite Jay Chou songs, instantly. I love how he finishes those vocal lines in each half of the chorus. That little, he does that little run there, the little legato run, and it's so cool to listen to, and there's such this distinction and the coloration between the hooks and the verses. Oh, an absolute banger, dude. Yeah. Oh. And there's this sassiness to Jay when he sings. He's gone away from that kind of sort of clean aesthetic. He is getting raunchy with these vocal melodies, dude. Peace. That's one of the best minor-major transitions I've heard in a song. Oh, it's cathartic, man. I'm loving these brass parts as well. They're just so different to what we've had in those verses and choruses. Two different choruses. Yeah. Oh. Oh my goodness. Can Jay just always make music like that? You know, at least 50-50. Like, or maybe, like, cut each album in thirds. Have the ballads, then have the rock songs, and then maybe have some ones where he raps, and then have, like, a couple of really weird ones. That is one of Jay Chou's best tracks. I will argue with people who think that that is not a good song. I will argue with them. A lot. Because while people are entitled to their opinions about the quality of a song, when it comes to that one, if you think that that's a bad song, I, Spiderhands, personally say, in my opinion, that that is invalid. It's an absolute phenomenally written song. I loved both choruses. I am going to look through the lyrics now. My dear, some things can never be taught. The feeling expressing love is a little nasty. Yeah, it can be a bit nasty, eh? Oh, insisting on staying can cause someone to catch a cold. Yeah, that's kind of rough, isn't it? Jay's becoming more mature now. I like the way he speaks from experience. My tense face is like a coiled spring, ready to spring at her answer. Wow, her eyelashes, her curved lips. Oh my goodness, she showed her expression first. She showed she was keen on him. That's the best. If you're interested in someone, tell them. Like, don't be a dick about it, but tell them. Tell them that you like them, or tell him if you find him attractive. Don't be creepy about it. But I reckon the world would be a better place if people just told people when they were into them, you know? As long as it's not going to make things super weird. I love the joy and the innocence shown here. She takes a photo of me with her glance. It's such visceral imagery. It's so easy to imagine that scenario. I think a lot of people are going to be able to relate to a song like this. Passively waiting for fate is not reliable. The subject of one's feeling must be chosen by oneself. Has the quantity of confident pride, I can see it. Everyone might want her, but she wants Jay Chou. That's so beautiful. I'm overfilling with the flavor of happiness. The chorus sounds like that. The chorus sounds so appreciative of the situation that's occurring. The verse is overthinking it. The chorus is Jay Chou actually realizing the verse is him overthinking it. The chorus is him realizing that there is a mutual interest and that things are gonna go okay. I absolutely love this song to pieces. And I will be listening to this in my own time. Number 9. What is number 9? We're doing really well for time at the moment, I think. Touch wood. It's very short, but that's fine. This is called Cliff of Love. Let's go. Oh, okay. It's very different. Wow, I hate to interrupt because it's such an intimate vocal performance from Jay, which again is so different to number 8. I'm more accepting of this ballad. I liked that we had the really interesting piano run at the start. I'm liking that we started super duper quiet. We didn't just have the kind of the mid-range mezzo piano or the mezzo forte vocals and piano line there. We have the rest of the instruments come in all at once. Instant contrast. We have very like quiet guitar parts in here. The vocals are the focal point of this hook. This is a long chorus. This is a long chorus. Okay, that was a long chorus. I think I'm gonna need to look through the lyrics to understand the story that was being told there. But it's cool. It's 4 minutes 22. Comes with the territory. It's all good. Nice 16th note groove on those hi-hats. Also, I liked how in that chorus the piano melody was rolling with the vocals. There was unison there. It was great. Oh? Vocal filter, but why and how? Before we go any further, I like the addition of this guitar in this part. I'm liking the filtering work that's been done here, by reducing some of the high content and high-end frequency content, it not only allows for Jay's vocals to stand out in the mix despite the additional layer, but it also allows the guitar to do more without interfering with everything else. Really catchy vocal melody, really well thought out. Nice additional little bit of kick going on there in the low end while he finishes that end stretch. It's great. It's great stuff. I have to be honest with you. Like, I've enjoyed this album more than the previous three. I think part of it is because I'm listening to it with you guys. Sup Shredders, by the way. Welcome to the live stream. I will be honest, I haven't really done one of these reviews, like a live stream review of an album, but I think that's what I'll probably do this in future for the album reviews, because it's just so much fun to like not only listen to the music but listen to it with you watching this. So thank you for joining in this live stream. I really appreciate it. I really do. By the way, just before we continue, I mentioned this at the start. I will be doing a version of this live stream with subtitles. I know that people would love Chinese subtitles, but it would cost me hundreds of dollars to do that. Also, welcome to the people that came over from Bilibili. Thank you for coming to this YouTube channel. I appreciate your support. If you want to watch the 5th album with me, once we get to 5,000 subs, we'll be able to do the 5th album. So it'll be great. I think this is a really well-balanced ballad, and I have to be honest, it's Jay Chou's, like, he's really comfortable with the style of music, but there's just a little bit more polish and sparkle to this one. I think that by the time we get to this point of Jay's career, we have a musician who's done enough ballads to know how to keep them really, really, really fresh. And but also like there's a sophistication to the music that I love as well. Jay's an absolute boss, man. This is the highlight for me. You say that I'm like a child, always loving me makes me guess. I say you're about to be like a child, always want me to speak for you to understand. Several things were too quick. The barriers don't have any anticipations. How is our love so natural? Every time we communicate with leaves and say don't love. So we're talking about, you know, showing some vulnerability and then realizing, oh, you know, we've been hurt, so we probably should never love someone again. And that's incredibly sad to me. It's sad because I've heard similar stuff in Jay Chou's music before, and I really feel bad for Jay because how he emotes in his performance, it does sound like Jay has been through situations like this and he's experienced, you know, heartbreak. And I really hope that Jay is in a situation now where whoever he's with, I hope he's really happy with him. He sounds like a great man, you know. Thank you to everyone coming in from Bilibili. I do appreciate that. And thank you to everyone on YouTube as well for coming into this live stream. We've got 2 more songs to go, though, after this. We'll just get through the lyrics for this first. I fall off the cliff of love so deep that I can't climb out. The speed of falling is too fast. I have no time to set foot in the future. Oh, so he can't remove himself from this other person that he has feelings for. It's too overwhelming for him. Thinking of your cuteness, the silly one's still late. Yeah, I thought you would return. Your face time buries. Losing is too quick. I cannot arrive with this burden. So he really cannot remove himself from that relationship, that attraction he has to the other person in their history. And he goes back into that mindset of being like, oh, you know, like, I remember how I felt with this person. It made me so happy. And then there's that kind of duality between what occurred and what is. We got track number 10 now. Track number 10. I'm looking forward to Jay's 5th album as well. We got Tishan. Terrace Field. But Jay hates the people that destroy the environment and build more and more buildings. I am super vibing for this one. Let's go, Shredders. Let's do this. Track 10. Wait, I thought that was Spotify glitching out then for a moment. That's cool. That's unexpected piano tonality going on there. That's a modulation of the waveforms. Yeah, so we may have heard some of these songs on our request. We're gonna review the songs anyways, just so that people can see the entire album reviewed. And you know, it's a fresh take, man. It's so good. It's more laid back, or not necessarily laid back. It sounds a lot more somber and quiet. It's very different to the typical style of vocals that are in Jay Chou songs. I like how we're holding the notes and emphasizing more of a broader, grander vocal style here. We're stepping away from the more careful, softer parts, or even some of the more sassy rocket grinds. It's a nice combination of the piano, the trumpet, and you know, I like the I love it to pieces. It's an unusual combination having the trumpet with the piano and the drums and rapping. But it loops back into itself really well. Backing vocals. Okay, I'm loving the orchestral drums that comes in before this chorus as well. It does sound like it's a warning. Like this song is asking you to be more caring about things, and I assume that is about the environment. Oh. Oh my goodness. It's so therapeutic and soothing. The tribal vocals of Taiwan natives. But it's so cool, man. When you've got that environmental theme, for Jay Chou to bring that in is just, it's tops. Okay. Okay. We gotta stop. Okay, we gotta stop for a moment. I'm gonna put a disclaimer in when I do the big edit for this with the subtitles. I don't want this to go on Bilibili. I do not want this live stream or this review to go on Bilibili, because Bilibili will take the money from it, and I don't want to give Bilibili any money. because Bilibili owe me money, and they've been spreading some bullshit about how I haven't given them what they need from me, and I'm very angry with Bilibili at the moment. I realize it's not great for people who are fans of what I do on Bilibili, but I am expressly saying here, I do not give permission for anyone to upload this for Bilibili, and if I find out that this has been put on Bilibili, it will actually potentially affect my ability to do these kind of reviews in future. We'll continue, okay? I really appreciate you being good about that. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a really great track from Jay Chou. This song, we'll find the lyrics. By the time you finish writing, I'll have already released the album. No worries, take your time. I'll do the song myself. Going back to those middle school days, my hometowns. So he's comparing how things were when he was younger to how the earth is changing now, right? I like that we're using that dialect. I think it's beautiful that Jay Chou has included that within the lyrics. Well done to Jay for that. Jay Chou has written some fantastic lyrics, you know? Oh, our sweat is mixing with satisfaction and laughter. Wow, brutal, dude. What's the point of having an award for that? Why can't I see the terraced fields? A lot more hotels. Yeah, talking about wealth disparity. Where have the cows run off to? It's very sad, man. I don't like the idea of that. It is about conserving nature. I don't like that trees are cut down, man. You know, we have the ability, and it sucks that, but yeah, the green forest has already been made into a documentary. It's very, very sad. It's a shame that we don't have the forests we used to. The smell of green is gone. You can only enjoy the heavy pollution. These are incredibly visceral lyrics. And I think Jay has done a great job here to balance the kind of the tonality of the music with these very sad brass instruments, but otherwise the kind of rapping that we're used to, a very serious kind of rapping with his flow. It's a very mature performance, both, you know, in terms of thematically and just also Jay showing his experience as a performer, but at the same time, yeah, it's all right. I'm not your teacher, nor can I give you a lengthy speech. We, the ones under a microscope, will become even more selfish. This kind of art is truly hard to comprehend. Definitely deserves an award for that. Definitely deserves an award for that. Jay Chou wrote fantastic lyrics here, and he ought to be rewarded for that, okay? I would love to see the song done live. I think it's a really fantastic effort on Jay's part. It's a very worldly album. We'll do one more song today, obviously, the last track for today. Twin Blades by Shuang Duo. Let's go. Last track. Have we got more tribal vocals coming in here with these hand drums? I'm liking the wishy-washies in the stereo field. Boom. I'm very happy that this is the last one. Oh, the rapping works so well with that clean guitar and the drums. Last one. Oh. Now, is that an Erhu or a Suwona? Is it an Erhu or a Suwona or Guzheng? I'm not sure which one. Boom. Hey. Yay. Hell yeah. I do remember that I've listened to this song before, but I did that review ages ago, and I am just appreciating it so much more now. I just like ba 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 ba, and the harmonics on the guitar are just it's just so sexy, dude. Dude, if this song was a woman, oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. Wow. There's just so much to appreciate. These multiple clean vocals here with the strings and that drum beat, just got that lovely new metal, new rock groove. Oh man. You getting hype? Hey. What? What? Where did it go? What? What? Where did it go? Oh. That gave me a fright. To hear this song with the full sort of stereo panning, this is such a well-mixed rock and metal track. I love the tone of the guitars, as well as Jay's decision to have these clean vocals with the strings, the really high strings. And it's just such a driving kind of groove on the drums with these power chords and distortion, man. Have you got a parallel major there? Whoa, what? Whoa. What is this? I don't remember this part. It's filthy, dude, but it's the best kind. Oh. There's such great use of space in it. Such great use of space in this song. You have these little builds and crescendos that the strings rise and then and back into it. Cool. Oh my fuck, really? Oh my fuck, are you serious? We got rapping over this part? He did it, that mad bastard did it. What a absolute masterpiece to finish off with, dude. Oh my gosh. And slowing down that string theme there for the end part. Oh my goodness. I have enjoyed my time today with this album. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm so pleased. Wow. Wow. He's absolutely insane. I love it. I am stoked. We're going to go through the lyrics for this because I have just got so much positive energy right now. So much positive energy right now, folks. That is, I love it. Oh my goodness. It's just so good. Through the lens, a new film of history gives people imagination. An 8-centimeter documentary bridge. Methods of a tooth for a tooth. Oh, so we're going with revenge. When thick smoke spirals, the center stick I piously lighted is praying for peace. So while we pray for peace, we're also doing a tooth for a tooth. Violence is rotating. The generations before solution is to smile and not. Oh, definitely. Oh my goodness, I get it. So we're basically, so yeah, exactly. You don't want to see your people get injured again and again and again. The force behind me is already wounded. Right below right are the twin blades. I wave my blade and attack with a technique. See through the gratitude and resentment a red phoenix's eye. That cuts, man. There is so much cool stuff covered within this album. I definitely think I agree. I think it is about telling people who are very passive or who have had to go through hardship that they don't have to go through it and they can fight back. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's an incredible thing. And I think that Jay Chou, I'm going to give all of it a heart. Every single song on this gets a heart. Because this is one of the best albums I've reviewed in my entire life. I swear, man. Absolutely. Because, yeah. This is the conclusion. Just before I go into it, Spiderhands Productions, maybe you could check out Amara. It's possible, but I'm really hesitant about that. I'm not going to commit to anything in this stream, okay? What I am committing to at the moment is getting the English subtitles sorted for like the full upload of this review, the edited one. And we'll go from there. I know a lot of people want subtitles, but I don't want to make the same mistakes I made in the past. And I'm just being real careful with the promises I make, okay? Yeh Hui Mei. Album, I think it was dedicated to Jay's mother or something like that. I think that Jay's mother would be very, very proud. Very, very proud of what Jay's managed to accomplish with this album. It is some of the most interesting, intense musicianship with such incredible shifts in mood and in styles and in different performances. You've got some hard rock and metal stuff. You've got your traditional ballads. You've got some more hip hop stuff. You got some alternative, some flamenco and tango elements in there. You got some sort of more Aboriginal music coming in with more Saloki tribal stuff. It's really cool. You know, we've got all these different concepts from these different tracks that we've talked about throughout this album. And I have to be honest. With you. When I listened to this is what I wanted from Jay Chou for such a long time. I've known that he's given hints of him being able to do the avant-garde rock metal stuff. And for him to more commit to that heavier style of music, when he's got the vocals to be able to handle it, is great. He didn't go too far in the direction of the heaviness. I think this was an ascension for him in regards to his ability as a performer, as a musician. I have nothing but love for what Jay tried to accomplish with this album. Each of these tracks was strong. I still don't entirely understand why we structure some of the more cinematic elements that we do. Some of the parts in even this last song where we suddenly cut the swords and everything like that, you know? I understand the song, that the sounds are a part of the song, but I think that to fully appreciate what Jay Chou is doing with his music, you not only need to listen to the music, but you need to watch the videos as well to get the full story. And I think for Jay, that's a really smart idea. Because even before we had all these video streaming services, Jay was aware that there's value in having great music videos. And including those bits of Foley in there encourages people to get more involved in your world as a musician. I think that Jay, vocals have improved here. He was very effective with his communication, both emotionally and stylistically. His rapping was on point. There was a little bit of moments where, like, I think it's just because I don't understand the language very well. So I can't tell whether it's mumbly or not. Most of it sounded pretty clean to me. I loved his vocal harmonies. I loved how experimental he was, and I loved how he also collaborated with other musicians, like with the Aboriginal natives that were in the song about the environment. I think that it's great that he's sharing. I loved as well how he rapped with that kid in the second song. It makes me so sad that it's one of the least listened to tracks on the album, because I feel like this is one of the strongest. I believe that this track here, what was it called? It's like 4 symbols. Yeah, her eyelashes, I think. That was just, it's succulent, you know. The structure of the songs was great too, because he changed it up and had different sort of instrumental. And I think that's part of what makes the cinematic element of it so effective, is that you really just have this situation where Jay Chou knows that he could put out a verse, chorus structure, but he tries to elevate it by including these different symphonic parts and these different dance parts. But also the stuff with, like, the way that he uses, like, the ping pong elements and stuff, and has a ping pong battle and improvises a rhythm with that. And that's inherently interesting on its own. There are a wide range of different instruments and musicians involved. I don't know how many musicians were involved, but I heard a lot of different instruments. And there was not a single one that was out of place for me. I know in the Eighth Dimensions with like the song Orc or Ogre, there were some parts where I thought the sounds, especially the Foley elements, were a bit loud. There was not an issue with that here. The performances were flawless. I liked the solo sections as well as the diversity with Jay, but I also like that Jay allowed the instruments to have their own moments. And in songs like this 10th one, I think, and other ones, we just let the instrumental theme run for 30 seconds, which is unheard of in modern music today. A lot of people are really sort of like desperate to have the vocals come in earlier. And we didn't have that with Jay. He was confident. This is by far, in my opinion, his most confident album. It is by far, I believe, his most creative one. I think he did what I wanted him to do in the Eighth Dimensions, which was elevate it to a point where he explored some of the more niche avant-garde stuff. He took risks, and while they may not have been super successful, I think they nonetheless paid off. The production, the recording, mixing, and mastering is just absolutely top tier. I don't know how he could have improved the production elements like the EQ and stereo panning and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how he could have improved it. I don't know how it could have been done. It's radio ready. I completely understand why each of these tracks has got millions and millions and millions and millions of plays. And I have been reminded that his music is a lot more popular in other parts of the world outside of Spotify, especially this came out in 2003. This is what has solidified my appreciation for Jay Chou as a musician. I'm glad that we did this 4th album. So that's effectively my review of Jay Chou's Yeh Hui Mei. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this review, please do go show Jay Chou some love via his various social medias and his Spotify page and every single other website that he'll be on. Just before we finish, because I've got to go really soon, but before we finish, I want to thank everyone here who has watched this. I want to thank you for coming in for this live stream. Back a year ago, well, I hadn't started the Billy journey yet, really. This channel was like at a couple of hundred subs, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing with it. I felt as if my reviews weren't really making a difference, and we're at the point where like we're able to do 4K subscriber specials, you know? And I'm just so grateful because people like yourself genuinely care about what I do. And not only that, but people care about this music, and I care about this music. And so for people like yourselves and for me, for us to share that sort of like care and passion for music is something special. And I really hope that you guys have a fantastic day. The next album will be at 5,000 subs. I don't know when that will happen, but there will definitively be Jay Chou's 5th album review at 5,000 subs. We're already kind of close to halfway there at the moment. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, and I'll talk about a few other sort of administrative things as we go. Stay cool and stay safe, and remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as either help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spiderhands out.